Welcome to Geekin' with Seekin'. Not counting what is essentially a prologue, Arcane has an incredibly strong start for the audience. From the main character's perspective, they're not doing anything unusual. They're going about a heist, which they do regularly. But for the audience to be brought into the middle of one of those heists provides an attention-grabbing event, which also creates a solid foundational understanding of the characters and the world. Based on how the Arcane Society is divided, the group would be considered underdogs. But Powder is quickly shown to be an underdog among the underdogs. Current conventions would have the audience rooting for her, especially with how young she is. Her expected role for the audience is further reinforced by her failures. The more she tries and fails, the more the audience becomes invested in seeing her succeed. Let's take a moment to appreciate how one of her fumbles not only foreshadows a future failure, it also allows the audience to see just how devastating the rescue attempt will be right before it happens, which amplifies an already intense situation. This is an excellent example of loading a lot of information into one scene. Doing things like this tightens the narrative, which keeps the audience engaged. There's also another scene which struck me as exceptionally written, and that's when Powder overhears Vi and Milo talking about her. She runs away before Vi goes off on Milo, which shows that Vi is defending Powder. This is a common writing trope where the resolution is usually that the character who misunderstands the situation receives clarity about the same situation. Instead, Vi has a separate conversation with Powder in which she makes the same point she had made with Milo. The resolution feels the same, but by subverting expectations, Powder has a reason to believe what Vi had said behind her back was true, and the heartfelt conversation was just placating her. Once the audience sees things going in a better direction for Powder, it reinforces the audience's expectation. So when we get to the moment where Powder is ready to save her family, how thoroughly she fails is devastating. It isn't just that she fails. She interrupted what would have been a successful rescue attempt, and by doing so, she's directly responsible for the death of likable characters. Another common writing trope, which is usually that if you need a likable character to be responsible for the deaths or kill another character, then the character that dies needs to be very unlikable. And this helps balances how the audience feels about the character that you want to be likable. Even though that convention is slowly changing, it still packs a punch to see our innocent underdog responsible for such a terrible outcome. Not only do we not get to see the underdog overcome, we see her very soul break.
I only wanted to help. I only wanted to help.
Setting up a beautifully complex villain.
Hi.
Another reason why this all worked so well is because the writers took the time to develop all of the characters, especially those who died in service of molding Powder into Jinx. The choices made for her character throughout these 3 episodes are all wonderful, and I can think of no better example for how to break your characters beautifully. If you enjoyed this review, please like and subscribe.